Mr. Dr. Fortnite Salary Senpai, I'm already in bronze. What do I do next?
Follow my lead, son.
Yes, sir. Hello everybody and welcome to Game Control, a new Valorant series where not only am I learning to get good at the game, but I am teaching you the steps that I did in order to get good at the game. Last episode we merely scratched the surface of all the info that goes into Valorant, right? We talked about making sure not to run and gun, not to freak out, making sure to essentially stand still when you're shooting, as well as we released another video just familiarizing yourself with all the guns in Valorant so you know when to use what gun in what situation, right? If you guys haven't already seen that video, I highly suggest to watch that before you watch this one, because in this video we are still kind of in the basics area, but we are getting a little more detailed on some things that I think are important and some things that are also helped me rank up. That being said, this video will be how I got out of bronze, right? The couple things we're going to focus on is mainly crosshair placement and how abilities affect your gameplay and getting used to comms in Valorant. Alrighty, jumping right into it. In this part of the video, we're going to focus on crosshair placement. One of the things I see all the time when not only spectating new players and as well as something that I did for a very long time is have really bad crosshair placement. A lot of times when I'm watching newer people or just watching old clips of me, I'm searching for gold on the ground, right? I'm turning corners and I don't know what I'm looking for, the specs on the ground. What are we doing, right? What are we doing here? We don't want to have our crosshair on the ground. The enemies aren't going to be there, right? We want to try to focus on having our crosshair where head level would be, right? A lot of times people have it chest level too, which even I fall short of this, but ideally we want to have it about head level, right? So here, let's go over here real quick. Go ahead and start this. Oops, actually. Do practice, right? So we want to have our crosshair on their head. We want to have our crosshair on their head. When we turn the corner, we don't want to be searching for goal, aiming at their kneecaps, right? We want to be at about head level so that that first bullet, again, headshots in Valorant are king, that first bullet will hit their head. Chances are us winning the gunfight before they do, right? If you're in a fight and they have better crosshair placement than you, 9 out of 10 times you're going to lose that fight, right? So getting accustomed to having your crosshair at about head level is going to make life a lot easier in Valorant. Again, aim is king for like the majority of ranks. Aim is king, right? Other things are super important, but aim is what's going to get you the farthest. It's not until the later ranks where everything else is super important. But that's not the purpose of this. The purpose of this is to get you well-rounded throughout the game, but I'm just letting you know how important aim is. So if I line my crosshair up with about the top of this box, right, it's going to be about head level, right? Well, a little bit far right there, but you see what I'm saying? We want, and you can go into the range, you can go into anywhere. I'll show you in just a second exactly what I did, but we want to have our crosshair at about head level when we turn the corners, right? We don't want to look too high, right? We don't want to look too low, because then we're shooting at their feet. Yeah, our recoil is going to climb up, and chances are they might die, or it might hit them in the head. We might get lucky, right? And also we don't want to be chest level. Again, there's a higher chance of killing them, but we want to be at head level, right? Because if you watch the previous videos, and if you see someone and you're stopping and your crosshair is already at that head level, boom, only takes one bullet to the head, depending on the weapon, obviously. But yeah, that's essentially what crosshair placement is all about. Now we're going to hop into a deathmatch, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what I did to get my crosshair placement.
Focus.
Now, I know this next tip may seem crazy, but this is exactly what I did to learn my crosshair placement in game, right? So I want you guys to go into a deathmatch, right? Go into a deathmatch and play how you typically play, right? Your crosshair placement is probably not very good. You're looking at their feet, you're looking at their chest. So yeah, we have bad crosshair placement, right? I want you guys to learn where the head level is, right? So let's learn that head level is, and I want you to go the entire match without getting a single kill. Focus entirely on having your crosshair on their head, right? Turning these corners at aim and head level, boom. Okay, we're not even gonna shoot. We're just focusing our crosshair on their head throughout the entire duration of the match, right? We don't want a single kill, right? We literally just want to put our crosshair at where head level would be, right? Again, I don't have perfect crosshair placement, but this is a great tool to help, right? We want to just focus on where head level would be. And when we see an enemy, we're still just focusing our crosshair, not shooting at all, right? Not shooting at all, just focusing our crosshair on their heads and where they would be. And then when we get into another match, we'll play another deathmatch after this, then we'll actually incorporate the shooting part. Now, I know this may seem tedious, but you want to do this with the weapons that you're using the most, right? So, for instance, the weapons that I use the most are the Phantom, the Sheriff, the Vandal, the Ghost, right? We literally just want to have our crosshair at head level. You might get people in the deathmatch chat might clown you like, oh, you guys zero kills or something, but again, we're trying to practice, right? We just want to be on head level, right? Phoenix still over here? We just want to have it at head level, right? See, I could have killed him a million times there, right? We're not even shooting though, just head level. See, someone in chat just asked, Chamber, are you just tracking? Question mark. See, he's not even being cool about it. See, we'll just say, LOLs. See, it's just, again, it's a good tool. See, some people do it. This sage knows I'm not going to kill her, so I'm just tracking her head. That's funny. Does that actually work? Perfect. Look, someone's already even asking. Literally just tracking. Again, this is what I did, guys. This is what I did, and I'm not the best player in the world, but the purpose of game control is for me to teach you guys. See, people are asking questions. People are curious. What is he doing? He's trying to get better at the game, right?
10 kills remaining.
So literally just tracking the entire game. And you want to do this for all the weapons that you're typically using, right? Get you familiar with how it all works, right? Just tracking, just tracking. And you guys see how I'm strafing too? I'm not just sitting in one spot. You're more than welcome to sit in one spot as well. This is literally just to learn. See, as soon as I turned that corner, I was already on Gecko's head. So that would have been a free kill, right? You're not going to be good at it at first. So I'm not even good at it. I'm just learning, right? So now this Raze, this Sage, all these people in chat that I was talking to may actually end up doing this tracking method, right? I think there may be an actual name for this type of method. This is just what I do though. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's done it. Again, literally just tracking. Perfect. But yeah, overall good game. I'm not doing the best, but we're gonna hop into the next game, and then we're actually going to try to get those kills, okay? Alright, I apologize if you guys hear noise outside. It sounds like someone's mowing. But it literally, look, it detected me as AFK, right? Because I had 0 kills overall. I went 0 and 31, but again, I was just tracking the entire time. Now we're going to hop into another match, again with the Vandal, but actually trying to go for those kills, and we'll see how I do. Still focusing on that crosshair placement, but this time we are actually wanting to shoot. Alright. Again, we're only trying to get headshots, though. We're not really trying to get those body shots, right? He did the pop and swing. That was gross. But this is what we're focusing on, right? So we're going to try to get kills, but having that good crosshair placement, we should only have to shoot that one bullet, right?
Knocked him.
Sounds like there's another one over here.
One dead. That's 3.
Awesome.
4 down.
See what I'm saying? With just a little bit of practice, there's definitely a lot of... Whoop. I shouldn't have crouched there. There's a lot that you can do to win more fights in game, just get better in game with just a little bit of practice. We're going to focus on that more heavily in the next episode, but again, I do think that this is a super great tool to use, right? If you're not confident with going straight into a deathmatch and doing it like this, you're more than welcome to do that in the shooting range. The shooting range and deathmatch are a tool that I feel like should be used constantly and consistently when trying to get better at the game, right? This Raze is still in that corner. See, again, literally just holding my crosshair at where their heads would be. See, I just pre-fired him. But again, we're just holding at that head level height. No one's in hookah? Ah, Yoru got me. His name is the Pooper Scooper. No. See? That is a perfect example. That Sage did not have her crosshair in the right spot, right? So she hit me. She hit me right, but she didn't get the headshot. But since I had it on her head, I was able to win that fight. Same thing with that Jet. Sage, perfect examples. Exactly. And you know why? I'm warmed up because of what we did in that last match. because of what we did in that last match, right? It's great doing this with every gun that you're in love with, the guns that you're using, right? It is tedious, I understand that, but yeah, it's great. It's great, and I hope you guys enjoyed this tip. I genuinely think that if you guys are looking to get better crosshair placement, this is the place to be. Alright, now this clip right here is a perfect example of why good crosshair placement will win you fights, right? This is me playing on Harbor here. And so I'm not using any util in this actual, this is literally just pure gunplay, right? So I'm turning this corner, right? And I think they're going to come out here, right? I think they're going to come out here. So what I do is I hold my crosshair on where I think they would come out, right? It may be a little high right here, but I'm thinking they're going to come over there. Boom, boom. Right? Let's look at that again. Go a little bit back. Right? After I realize that they're not coming that way, I start to move my crosshair slowly towards, this is still head level of that position that Yoru comes up. And then to be honest, I am a little bit above, but I do adjust my crosshair to where both their heads are aligned, and then I get a quick double kill. Hopping into the next tip that I have for you guys is that abilities are important. There's a couple of lower tier players that I've seen that don't even purchase their abilities because they think their aim will get them all the way past the game, right? To get to the end game, right? But although your aim may be good, there's no purpose in not getting your abilities. This isn't CSGO or another tactical shooter like that. This is Valorant. Abilities are super useful, especially if you know how to use them based on your agent, right? So here I have Sage here. This is just an example for Sage. If I didn't, let's say someone's coming up here and I don't want them to push, right? I can have my slow orb. I throw my slow orb over there, and chances are they aren't gonna push up because I would easily be able to kill them because they're slowed, right? If I didn't buy my slow orb, or if I didn't have any util in this position, I could possibly die, right? Same thing with a wall. We don't want them to show up. We don't want them to come through.
Wall raised.
Again, wall it off, right? Not having your abilities is a very, very bad mistake. We definitely want to have our abilities. It does take time to get used to them. I think that will be something we'll talk about more in the next video, about learning more of a singular agent instead of just playing whoever you want. But abilities are super important. I'm going to see if I can find an example for you guys of where abilities are super useful. Unfortunately, I can't find a clip that has me using great utility, right? But here, I'll just show you a quick example of how this would go down, right? So let's say I'm turning this corner and I know someone's over here, right? I turn, and let's say we both have good crosshair placement, but I end up losing the fight. Let's say, okay, maybe say I was a little bit off, right? I shoot above them or I shoot their body a couple times. They have a super high chance of killing me because my aim wasn't the best, right? But if we put that advantage in my favor by using utilities here, watch. So we have Phoenix with his flash. We're gonna flash around this corner, and now he'd be flashed. And so regardless of my crosshair placement, if my crosshair placement's bad, I should be able to have time to adjust it because he is flashed, right? And getting that quick kill. You'll see a lot of examples of this, but what I'm shooting mainly for here is that we want to use our utility, right? We definitely want to buy our utility, and we definitely want to use it, get familiar with it, get familiar with your agent that uses it. We'll get more into that into the next video, but again, knowing that abilities are a part of the game are super important. We definitely need to use those. The last thing I have for you guys in today's video is comms. Comms are super useful and are a necessity for ranking up in Valorant, right? Just like any other strategical shooter, we want to constantly have communication so that we know what's going on. You're not going to be able to know everything that's happening within the match just by having your good game sense, right? Comms are a necessity. Valorant is a team game. It's not a solo game, right? It might feel like that at times. You feel like you're at the top of the world, you're getting all the kills, you feel like you're the only one doing anything, but comms make the world go round. So even if you are shy, get used to communication in Valorant, or you will fall short of what you could potentially be in the long run. I don't have any good examples of me having insanely good communication. Again, this is something that I need to focus on. A good way of practicing this is literally just playing with friends. Find some friends in a Val game, or get your friends to get on Val and you guys can learn together, right? Having good communication literally will make the world go round, and with time your comms will get better and better, and you may be the source of success within your team having those good comms. But if everybody has it, then your 5 stack's going to be insane. And yeah, guys, that's going to be it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Game Control where I talked about how I got out of bronze. I really do think these tips will help you guys in the long run. The next video will be silver, which will be a lot of fun. But with that being said, as always, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay awesome and join the fight. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. For those of you who made it this far, how many freaking times did I say right? I'm editing the video right now and I said right like 700 times. It's driving me crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rubber room. Okay, join the fight.